dokie. It's about that time again, boys and girls. It's about that time where we're gonna work on more Silver Dollar City and Planet Coaster. So, woo! Let's get back into it. I'm so excited. Hopefully everyone else is too. While we're waiting, let's go ahead and make sure everyone knows we're live. There we are. Live. Live on YouTube. I don't know why it never updates the thumbnail. It's kind of interesting. Fluffy, Donovan, what's up? What's up, mate? Not too much. Just got off work. Got home. Actually, I had to stop by the store and get some shredded cheese because I left the shredded cheese out the other night and it went bad. So I had to go pick up some more, which really sucks. Is that like a smiley face? I've never seen that little emoji before. I can't tell if it's a person smiling. It's kind of hard. It's so small. I never answered you on the second week of December. What are you talking about? Oh, you're asking would it be good for an SDC visit? I see. There's two people dancing? That's awesome. I see now. It could be a good time to get, well, as long, like, it wouldn't be too bad because it'd be after Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving week's usually pretty busy, so next week might be a little busy, but I think the second week of December is actually not a bad time to go, as long as it's not the week of Christmas or Thanksgiving. Those are the most busiest, and preferably a weekday. Weekends can get a little crowded, just in general, so I would definitely try and go on a weekday, not during the week of a holiday. And you should be good. For the most part. Unless it's like super cold and nothing's open. I mean, you can still you could go see all the shows, which, you know, I haven't seen the shows in a while. There's some shows I haven't seen. I've seen Christmas Carol. That production's always really good. I haven't seen it in quite a few years, so I'd imagine it's still pretty good. And then that's the main one I've seen, but so I say your home park, or is it just a park you visited and like I work there? So yeah, you could say it's my home park. I'm there more than my own home. For the most part. In fact, that's where I just came from. It was too cold to operate today, so I got off a little bit early. I work over at Outlaw Run, the RMC. I'm the team lead there. If I come there, can I stream using your computer? Oh, you could try. Hey, what's up, Zero G? How's it going? G'day. You want to stream using my PC, huh? I mean, why not? We can have Fluffy live in the studio. Hey, we're loaded in. It only takes 100 years to load every time. Bring me back to Twitch. Okay, when we last left off, we were still working on a lot of the supports for Thunderation. We're gonna keep on that, keep that going. So, at least I think there's still a lot of work to do, lots of work to do, but at least most of the ride is supported. At least some sort of form of supports. So, but we're gonna keep it up. How busy was the park? I hardly saw anybody. No one came by Outlaw at all. I mean, with good reason, because we weren't even open, so. It was super cold. It was like 25 degrees when I left. Not even Thunderation opened, and because its operating temperature is 32. 32 degrees, which is the lowest coaster, or the lowest for any of the big coasters, if you count it as a big coaster. Barely past 1,000. I don't know what our final count was. It couldn't have been more than a couple thousand. That's for sure. So Outlaw's really stupid and has two temperatures. It really is weird. It has a temperature to open and a temperature to close. So to open up, it's got to reach 37 degrees to open. After it hits 37 and the ride's running, we can run until it drops under 34. So once it hits 37, we can keep running until the temperature drops under 34. It's the dumbest thing. That ride is not meant to be... There's no way that ride is meant to run in that cold of weather. It runs awful. It starts going really slow. And you get good hang time in the barrel roll, but it's not really pleasant riding it in 34-degree weather. I don't really care for riding in that when it's that cold. It's not... I wouldn't call it that fun, but some people do, so more power to them. Personally, I think Outlaw Run should only have the one 37-degree temperature. That's my opinion, and I know they've been... STC has actually fought RMC to have them change it to where it only needs to be one temp. And I tell them, well, you can just, why don't you just run it at the one temp anyways? You don't need RMC's permission to do that because you're not going against anything. According to them, it can run till it's under 34, but... So if you cut it off at 37, you're not going against anything, so... In fact, you'd be cutting it off early, but... I don't know. I'm no ride engineer, so I don't know anything. All I know is the ride doesn't run the greatest when it's that cold. And the bars get freaking stiff. Like, it is so hard to lift those bars up when it's cold. Like, it's one of the worst things ever. As a worker. They get so heavy. But yeah, if you're being a ride operator, I don't recommend working at an RMC. Mostly because you have to lift up all those bars. They don't come up on their own, so you gotta lift them all up. Oh boy, we're already asking about the 24-hour live stream. I gotta work tomorrow. You crazies. Look at this, we're almost done. At least with the first part of these. There's obviously more to them, like footers and doing some extra details and such, but here's a tip: if you're trying to push up RMC lap bars, start pushing up with your legs first, and then once you get it up high enough, get your hands under and push. That's the best way to do it. Start pushing up with the legs, and then as soon as you get it high enough to get your hands underneath, then you just push up with your arms. That's the way you do it. Premier ones, they are so tight. See, my favorite type of restraint are the ones that we're starting to see a lot of companies do, and that's the over-the-shoulder lap bar. like Time Traveler, Velocicoaster. Intamin's starting to do it on a lot of their coasters. I think Vecoma's starting to do it as well. Like, a lot of coaster manufacturers are starting to do the over-the-shoulder lap bar, which is great because you feel so open. And I love that feeling. Like, you just feel so open. Your legs are free, your arms are free, and it's such a comfortable ride experience. Some of the best thing. Hey, Gray, welcome again. Welcome back again. Good to see you again. Closest over-the-shoulder lap bar to me is Copperhead Strike, and it allows for crazy hang time on the inversions. Yeah, that's the same type of restraint on Time Traveler as well. A lot of the mock coasters have that. Mock rides. Yeah, Time Traveler has probably the most comfortable restraint I have ever felt on a coaster. Velocicoaster is really good too. I would say Time Travelers is a little more comfortable than Velocicoasters, but I still love Velocicoasters too. I think Velocicoaster is just a little slightly more cramped when it comes to like spacing in between the seats anyways. Time Traveler is just so open. You have so much space. And to me, that just makes it the most comfortable. Because Velocicoaster is the only one I can really compare it to when it comes to those kind of restraints, though, the shoulder lap bar. I love those restraints so much. They're just so comfy, and I'm so happy that a lot of coaster manufacturers are starting to go to that, just because they're so comfortable and they're so simple. They're just, I don't know, they're just great. And I hope that it starts to become the normal kind of restraint that you start seeing on most rides. Silas. Oh, it's this guy. Mm. 8 minutes away from midnight? Not for me. It's 8 minutes away to 11 for me. Favorite ride at Six Flags Great America? Well, I can't say definitively, because I've never actually visited the park. But if I had to guess what my favorite one would be, probably Goliath. Maybe, is it Max Force? Is that the name of the ride? That might be a good one. I don't know many of the other rides there. Those are the only two I really know. Oh yeah, Raging Bull, Goliath, Max Force, X-Flight. Oh yeah, they have X-Flight, that's right. Max Force, Goliath, and Raging Bull. That's right. Forgot Raging Bull was there. That's a really good B&M, isn't it? I've only been on one B&M Hyper, and that's Diamondback. I love Diamondback. Yeah, Max Force is really short, but I'm sure the launch is really good on it, right? Since it's an air compressed launch. Air compressed launches are really forceful. It's like riding a mechanical bull. If you're in the back row. Oh, it's snowing. It's in 28 degrees with 3 feet of snow outside. See, it's even colder here. It's not snowing, but it's colder here. It's like 25 degrees here. I had to stand out in this weather all day. It was cold, which I don't mind because I like the cold. I do like the cold, so I'm not complaining about it. I love the cold. But it was cold today. You think that the dorms will help with the short staff problem? If you're talking about SDC, I don't think it will really help with the staffing. It'll be nice for the students to actually stay somewhere nice. I don't think it'll necessarily solve the staffing issues, though. But what do I know? Maybe it will help. Hopefully it will, but... I had to go to school and my bus doesn't have heat. Ew. That's the worst. Went into Max Force thinking launch would be better than Dragsters, then went away thinking Dragsters is way better. See, I only got probably about 4 or 5 rides on Dragster. Trying to think, how many times did I ride the very first year I went? First time I went. I think we only rode it once. That first time we went. And the second time, let's see, the first year we went was when Valraven opened, so that would have been 2016 when Valraven opened. And then I know we went like 3 years in a row. We went in 2017. So I would have ridden Dragster then as well. 2018 is when Dragster was closed the entire day except for the very end. So I think I've only ridden like 3 or 4 times. Hey, Runner Man, welcome back. Flags. American Eagle. Never went to Cedar Point. I love Cedar Point. I haven't been since 2018. It's been a while since I've been back. Last time I went was when Steel Vengeance was new. Because I had to get out there when Steel Vengeance opened. I was so excited for it. Ride ranking for the RMCs I'm going to ride in the future. So this is your pre-rankings. You haven't ridden them, but yeah, pre-ranking. So you think Iron Gwazi is going to be 1? I'd say Kings Island greater than Hershey Park and Cedar Point. You know, that's a fair argument. A lot of people like Kings Island better than Cedar Point. And Kings Island really is a really good park. I've never been to Hershey Park. I've heard it's great, so I'm not entirely sure. You know. Derek listens to his chat more than Joe. I've been reading everything. What are you talking about? So you got 2. You got Twisted Cyclone. Nice. Iron Gwazi is amazing. 9 out of 10. 3, Area Force 1. Area Force 1 is going to be really good. 4 is Outlaw Run. 5, Lightning Rod. You got Outlaw Run above Lightning Rod. Wow. Silas, how many times we got to talk about this? I don't ignore chat. I only ignore when you talk in chat. Elrond is my #1 Woody, but I haven't ridden Voyager or El Toro. I've been on Voyage, and I have Voyage over Outlaw. Personally, I like Voyage more than Outlaw Run. Which is saying something, because Outlaw Run is my baby. I have a little bit of bias towards it. And yeah, I guess you probably couldn't imagine why. Why? What do you have against? What do you have? What do I have against you? No, it's just you're Silas. That's why. I have nothing against you. Why would you think I have something against you, Silas? I would never. Grand National. Gotta go to bed. Alright, well, have a good night. Sleep well. It's Saturday. No, I still have another hour for me. You got 30 seconds from when you finish reading this message to name a wooden coaster you would like RMC'd. Oh gosh, why do I have 30 seconds? Why is this a time? I'm not keeping track of time. A coaster I would want RMC'd. I really don't know. Like, I don't know enough coasters out there, or wooden coasters out there that I would want RMC'd. I don't know. I can't really think of one off the top of my head. Boss at Six Flags St. Louis. That's my final answer. I think it's a fun ride, but I feel like an RMC version of it would be epic. Plus, it's gotten rough over the years, so fairly rough. Nothing that I can't handle, but like, it's a little bit on the rough side. At least last time. I haven't ridden it in a while, but don't know if it's still that rough. I don't go to Six Flags St. Louis very often, so Compound Outlaw Run. I could see Outlaw Run getting the iBox treatment eventually. Kind of like, at least iBoxing certain sections. Kind of like Lightning Rod, but I don't think it will happen anytime soon. Viper. There's a wood coaster named Viper, isn't there? That Predator at Six Flags Darien Lake got a little racetrack RMC thing. It was really rough, but now it's not as bad. If you really want to like maintain your wood coasters and keep them the same, have GCI come in and do the retracking, because my gosh, freaking Ghost Rider is I think Ghost Rider is the smoothest wood coaster I've ever ridden. I only got one ride on it, but I couldn't believe how glossy smooth it was. So whatever they did to that thing, I never ridden it before. I heard it was pretty rough before GCI came in and redid it, retracked it and everything. But man, they made it glossy smooth. I want Wildcat Frontier City to get RMC'd, but that's never going to happen. Frontier City. A lot of people want RMC. I watched a review from Station Way, and the person who had it said a lot of people has requested it. Are you talking about the boss? Oh, you just noticed my window was open. It's freezing. I sometimes open my window in my office because it gets really hot in here. I don't know if it's just from my PC running, but it gets really hot in my office sometimes. Like, it gets very toasty. Did you know RMC has the 208 retrack? I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? 208 retrack. Yeah, we're talking about the boss. Okay, I figured you were. I just wanted to confirm. To make sure we're talking about the same stuff. Same thing. Curious of how, if Thunderation is going to be around much longer at SDC. There's no rumor of it going anywhere, so... What's the little wrench thingy on the side of their names? You got me completely. I don't know. It's the only way to sleep. It's freezing. Oh yeah, it's a mod. Oh, you're talking about the mods, yeah. That's what it is. They're mechanics. Yeah, the little wrench thingy just means that's a moderator. Fingers crossed. I haven't seen one of those stupid bots pop up in chat in a long time. Hopefully it stays that way. I wonder if YouTube's been cracking down on those. I hope so, because they're so freaking annoying. I'm like, there's no way people are falling for that crap. 208 retrack is basically their iBox, but they don't change the layout or add elements. Oh, okay. Proposition for me. Didn't they use that retrack on like one of the rides at Silverwood? One of the wood coasters there? They used a topper. I think they used a topper track. They didn't change the layout or anything. They just replaced it with like their topper track and stuff. Or iBox, or it could have been iBox. I don't know. I've got to go to bed. It's 12 a.m. Well, have a good night. Hope you sleep well. Have a wonderful tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow's fun. Let us be Discord mods or be canceled. What's this? That's your proposition. You let me and Silas be Discord mods, but we only can moderate the channels and not edit anything in the Discord server. I might consider that. I don't even know if we have that a role, a mod role like that. So basically what you're saying is you want to work for free. How much track we have left to put custom supports on? Woo! I got you, Silas. Don't worry. I'm on Discord like half the day. Got nothing to do. I wish I could do that. Had nothing to do all day. I wish I could do that. I'd stream like all the time. I try to stream all the time. Doesn't always happen, but it was the 24-hour live stream. It will be here when it's here. We'll get there when we get there. For our live streams, man, they're hard work. Like, you feel so confident at the beginning, and then once you get to the, you know, the 3, 4 a.m. mark, sometimes 5 a.m., it starts to get really hard. See these Fall Guys, Time City, Westwood, Arrow Valley, RV, or Wind Valley Park. All those are like Planet Coaster except Fall Guys and Sea of Thieves. Hey, Wise Eyes, what's up? Welcome, welcome. A webcam stream. I'm just gonna fall asleep in my chair. I got it. I'll fall asleep in my chair and I'll have like alerts on so you guys can like wake me up. I was thinking about doing Human Fall Flat tonight actually, but I was like, no, I'm gonna do Silver City real quick. I think we're gonna do Human Fall Flat soon, but because I just had fun playing that. I did when I first got it, so it was a good time. Just got done with stream, nice. We'll see what will work best for me if it's not tomorrow, but I can probably make it work tomorrow if you really want to. Oh, I don't know. I don't really have a day planned out or anything. I just... See, tomorrow's Saturday. So it's our long day at SDC. We're open till 10 on Saturdays, so kind of sucks, but... Alright, after we get done with this, what do you guys say we do something a little more exciting? What if I start retracking Time Traveler and start doing some custom supports on Time Traveler? Does that sound fun? I think I've made the decision I'm going to retrack it one last time. I don't want to, but it will be worth it. Bury Shrek everywhere. I've already buried him in the Fireman's Cemetery. What more do you want from me? This. Oh. Look on Discord. What's on Discord? Kid on Ghost Rider. One of your Planko Parks for can like Like oh, I see what you meant. Like the web or like do the live cam. Gotcha. I thought about doing that again. The first one was pretty successful. I did have a lot of those bots pop in, which kind of sucked. I was thinking about running it with either subscriber only chat, which I think I did actually end up doing. I actually turned off the normal chat and then subscriber only chat so the bots couldn't get in there to filter them out. Or we can just turn off chat to begin with. I don't really want to, but I don't know if you guys really want to have conversations in there when I'm not even technically there half the time. Twitch alerts for 2 minutes so I can hear happy... No. We're not on Twitch. Hey, Dusty, long time no see. It has been a little bit, hasn't it? Good to see you again. Look at that! Still not done or anything, but there's supports through the entire ride. I got some stuff I gotta fix up here at the start, because I think I moved the ride, and I'm kind of messed up trying to move the supports with it. It's been months. Good! When did I do the lift hill supports? A couple streams ago. A stream or two ago. I don't know if it was the last stream. It may have been the last stream. Or the last time we streamed this. I can't remember, though. Here we go into the tunnel. See how there might be a few things we need to work on in the tunnel. I think the tunnel looks okay, though. Yeah, the tunnel turned out pretty good, though. Pretty happy with the tunnel. How many pieces this is going to be? 20,000? I don't know about 20. Maybe around the 10,000 range. I mean, you could be right, but I don't know. We could see about how much. I'm gonna fast forward up the lift a little bit. Time is of the essence. So happy I'm streaming regularly again. Hopefully I can keep it up. I want to hear Scared Joe followed by Happy Joe followed by Scared Joe followed by Happy Joe. No. I don't. At least not right now. Alright, that's brilliant. Thunderation. Alright, so on the drop, I already do have some custom supports already in place. So let's see how this is gonna go. Yeah, that lift hill is basically what just to get back up to the top. Thankfully, there's a little more than just the lift hill, so it's got a drop and a turn and stuff. So it's like not just a lift hill to the brake run or anything. At least there's actually some content there, some elements there. Okay, so basically what we want to do is we want to use the Copperhead Strike track for basically a particular reason. And this will also help me. This is gonna be fun. The hardest part is going to be lining this back up with the track that's already in there. This is the worst part. Probably the easiest would be line the platforms up here. Oh, see, they're slightly different. This one's a little more narrow. So we're going to have to stick with lining up by the track. Now, if I move this, is it going to stay exactly right? No, see, it's so slightly different. I need to rotate to the right a little bit. It's so hard to get this perfect. Basically, like, if it's off by like a millimeter, I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. As long as it's lined up okay with in the station. Yeah, see, now we're too far to the right. Still gotta go more. That's so hard. So hard to get, so tough to get this correct. I don't think that's correct either. Yeah, that's even worse. Stream went extinct. It did? Every time I think I have it lined up, it ends up not being lined up. Look how bored these guys look. They look so bored. There. See, the back's lined up. Is the front. Almost. That's really close right there. Okay, that's lined up. Is the back lined up? All I need to do is get the station right. If I get the... That's perfect right there. Don't move a muscle. I got it completely lined up. I got the track lined up here. This is the toughest part. Alright, since that's lined up, we're going to do this. We are going to have to shut this down. Hey, look, it's a classic. The main reason being is I gotta delete the station, so I can place the current, the new station in. Alright, we want that in place. There we go. That way we can place this in here. Oh no, it's not gonna let us. Probably because the load station's on the wrong side. Hold on. Okay, we need... that way. Oh, hey, stream. I kept not noticing you're streaming and wind up late. Folks make their theming literally just houses. Yeah, I am brave because I loved how it was beforehand, so this is a little bit of a gamble for me to retrack it. Now I'm gonna keep the color the same so I can kind of keep the two tracks separate from each other a little bit here. Okay, so this one's gonna go out here. What did I use here? Is that just... Did I just put trim brakes there? Are those actually trims? Oh, they are friction brakes. Emperor Station's really good. Nice. Alright, I am brave for doing this. It's got magnetic brakes. It doesn't even have friction brakes. They're all, they all look like that. We have a drive tire, or we could just do this. Oh, and then we have the walkway options here. This is going to be a game changer as well. But I think we're going to keep it custom. So. I could put some fake brakes in there. That won't be an issue. So that'll be fine. Oh, big pieces we got. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 4. I think we're gonna go 4-meter pieces. Will be the easiest here. I don't want to retrace. Retracing can be a pain in the butt, but you know, we're gonna go for it. Mostly because I already did these custom supports, so these do need to try. I do need to do my best to try and keep these very much the same. Not to mention, we do have to get to 90 degrees. Let's do one piece smaller, right, just for here, so we can get that 90 degrees. We're going to slightly over just because, you know, smoothing purposes. Smoothing likes to make a gentler slope, so. The good thing is since we have the mod, we can use really small pieces, and it makes it a little easier to trace. Trace these up a little bit. Okay, now that we're right here, then after this piece, we're going to start using the thicker spine, which is what I did here. This was that was just kind of a test. Because we do want the thicker spine here. I'm going to keep this I'm keeping this orange just because I want to keep it separate from the track that we're using. So we're going to use the thicker spine. This is the main reason I wanted to use the Copperhead Strike, because it has the thicker spine, and Time Traveler has these thicker spines in some spots. What, thought your outfit and... What color you thought your outfit in... you said orange. Oh, in Final Fantasy. Orange. It's salmon. It was salmon. I'm telling you, it was salmon. gonna start turning here, so we need to make sure we do that. This is the toughest part. Like, straight sections are one thing, but when you start to do the banking a little bit here, that's when it starts to get a little difficult. Now, we don't have to be, like, precise, pristine, as long as we're in the general vicinity. So, like, because we are going to be smoothing this out, and it is going to move it slightly, so we got to keep that in mind a bit. Only thing the thing I'm nervous about is because I'm so proud of how this vertical loop turned out. Like, that's a fully custom loop. It turned out so beautiful. I don't want to mess that up. I'm scared of messing that up. Yes, SDC is open Thanksgiving week, and we're open on Thanksgiving Day, too. What is this song? Yes, we're open from 4 to 10. We open up at 4 p.m. on Thanksgiving. We're open for 6 hours. It's so weird. It's like the weirdest, like, day. Like, we open up at 4 p.m. Heard Walt Disney World Space Mountain is or was one of the hardest coasters to operate in the world. Why? Outlaw Run's pretty hard. Physically, anyways. Just gonna put that out there. Oh, I custom supported these two. This is gonna be hard because I want these to line up with the connector. I'm gonna want those to line up. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Let's turn off the banking offset just for this spot right here. And we're gonna kind of shape it up ourselves. Mainly, I just want to line this up with the banking offset makes it a little tough to line this up with the other track. So. Oh, I still have the thick spine out on there. Oops. Don't need that on there anymore. That probably should have ended down here somewhere. Who is going to SDC from 4 to 10 on Thanksgiving? No, I'm working on Thanksgiving. I get holiday hours, I guess, but such a stupid system they have that, the way they have that set up. I don't get paid time and a half, I get holiday hours that I can use. Which is, it's really kind of dumb. I think this is the third time I've retracked Time Traveler. Which is kind of crazy. I keep retracking it over and over. This is the last time, though. Because I didn't have the Copperhead track before, Copperhead Strike track before, and now we do, which is huge. Need to grind on Modern Warfare 2. Alright, see you, Wise Ice. Fun. I've almost been live for an hour already. Jeez. That's ridiculous. One of the reasons in chat. You didn't exactly keep pumping out the cars with people, the ride would cascade, stop, and shut down the ride. Like there's 2 tracks and having to pump them. Not for exact timing. And I know that all too well. If the guests aren't cooperative, it could shut down the ride sometimes. Basically, is what you're saying. Making roads in Planko suck? Like, roads for cars? Can be hard to get them to look just right. I want to get this first element precise because I don't want to have to relocate any of the custom supports I already made here, because I already did a few custom supports in this spot, so we're going to try and not have to worry about those. Why is that moving so weirdly? No. I think my problem is I was using this too much, and it kind of messes everything up when you do that. Yeah, I've used this on one of my videos before. There we go. Just needed to kind of level that out a little bit. And then kind of just slightly use that as a guide. Alright, I'm already past the... Yeah, I'm already past the custom supports, so... I don't have to be too terribly precise here. I can start to get back on track, but, like... Minimum capacity without right, because 1,900 people in the cars. I can only fit 9 people since they don't allow more. Shows laps anymore. Space Mountain is one of the most overrated coasters out there. It's a fun ride, don't get me wrong. But, like, the GP act like it's the greatest thing of all time. It actually left me a little disappointed when I rode it for the first time. So I was just like, eh. It didn't seem like anything special to me. Hi again, Gray. How you doing? time traveler uses the thicker spine, back spine when on the higher stress areas, like anytime it's like at a high speed at a low point. That's when you see that spine a lot. Okay, so my goal is to at least get to the first launch, and then we're gonna smooth it out, and hopefully it'll turn out all right. You're leaving? Well, thanks for tuning in, Gray. Good to see you again. Very incredible how Space Mountain is able to have such a high throughput with such dismal train capacities. When I rode, like, they don't even physically check your restraint, which I feel would be a lot quicker than what they have you do is have you push up on your own restraint. They make you do it. I'm like, wouldn't it be easier just to fly by and check it yourself, or just physically check it yourself, instead of asking each individual person, hey, can you pull up on your bar? Pull up on your bar. Just go by and tug it yourself. I feel like that'd be a little more efficient, but I don't know. Plus, I don't trust guests. Don't trust the guests to do it. This is the moment where you can sometimes have a rare interaction between Thunderation. There was one time I did a ride through back when I worked on Time Traveler the first year it opened. I had a ride through and I was waving at the other guests on Thunderation. We literally had it timed perfectly where we were both flying through here at the same time. Like they were coming around this turn and I was coming around this turn right here. And I was facing towards them because I was rotated to where I was just facing them, so I was just I was just waving at him like, hi. Really cool moment. It's a very rare moment, but it's really cool when it does happen. So cool to have like an interaction between two different coasters like this. Yeah. I think I'm gonna bank this just a little bit more than what we had before. I'm gonna take this opportunity to improve the layout, or improve it a little bit more than what I've did in the past. That's my goal anyways. Speaking of time dispatches, I've had it actually happen multiple times where, you know, you can see Outlaw Run, Powder Keg, and Wildfire. On Outlaw Run, you could see Powder Keg and Wildfire. All three of us were on the lift hill, and we went down our drops all at the exact same time. I've had it happen multiple times. I mean, I've ridden so many times that I've had that happen more than once, so. Very, very cool moment, though, when we're all going up the lift in the same spots, and, like, we go down our drops all three at the same time. That's a really cool moment, too. Because Powder Keg is, like, at the end of their ride, Wildfire's going down their first drop, and then we're going down our first drop. His wristwatch is broken. What is this song? I'm up so late. I don't know if is that a good thing or a bad thing? What is this song? Skipping that one. Oh, autosave. Get out. Not the autosave. This one's pretty bad too. I don't like the bluegrass with lyrics that much. I like bluegrass, instrumental bluegrass, but not like audio, not with lyrics. It's 1 a.m. for you. Wow. It's pretty late. I guess I just have been around bluegrass with Sword Art City so much, so I've just kind of grown fond of it a little bit. Again, I don't really care for when there's lyrics. I like the instrumental stuff, with banjos and stuff like that. I do like that. Just kind of like this is totally good, totally fine. I might make an adjustment for the launch too, because I've noticed something about Time Traveler's launch that is a little different. See, originally I thought it was just straight right here, and then it does that slight incline right here. Actually, when it first hits it, it goes declined, straight, and then up. So it has 3 different levels. And I only noticed that because I've seen videos of that spot right there, and you can actually see it. It's kind of more like down, straight, or just level, and then angled up. Ready for lunch. Hold on. I don't know where Time Traveler really ranks for me in my top rankings. I really don't know where I actually have it. It's not in my top 10, but it's probably in my top 20, I would imagine. I've only ridden 2 launch coasters. That's it. Wow. I do like launch coasters. It gets straight to it, you know? No, but the good thing about lift hills is you get that anticipation a little bit, which you can kind of get with launch coasters if it pauses before the launch, but I appreciate both. Yeah, my rankings kind of change all the time, I've noticed. I'm going to try and do a little bit more of a... we're going to be a little bit further over to the left, so we can do a little bit more of a... I'm going to go a little higher, too, so we can do that incline up. We're going to have to get this straight on, too, which is going to be kind of tough. I keep forgetting to get rid of the optional spine, because that's not supposed to be there through that whole thing, that whole spot. We're gonna make this a lot gentler. Okay, that's too gentle. Let's go about, let's try 3 degrees, almost 4. Okay, we need to go that way a little bit as well. This is hard to get correct. And again, we don't have to be exactly right, but we're gonna get close. We need to. I'm gonna try and get it as close as I can, of course. Like, it doesn't have to be fully lined up with this, but we need to be close. Like, if we're off by just a little bit, that's okay. As long as it's like kind of straightened with it, it's gonna be fine. So. There we go. Okay, so we got that first section outlined. Of course, we got not done yet, but need to get rid of the optional spine there. And you can see how our outline is pretty good, I think. Yeah, I wish you could change the color, but I think it's mostly because just the trains themselves. I mean, I feel like you should be able to, but at least we can change the track. You got me to reinstall the game after years of taking a break. Thank you. Well, I mean, you're welcome. Glad you could hopefully find enjoyment in it again. Challenge series, yeah. We're gonna smooth this out a bit, and hopefully it stays pretty good. What's up, Jake? Good to see ya. See, the smoothing here is kind of a little bit different than what I would do on my smoothing method, mostly because since I'm retracing, I want to try and stick to that tracing as best as I can, and we're just trying to smooth the transition of the pieces here. Because if we've already got the shaping in there, we're just trying to smooth out the individual pieces here. Okay, so from here to here, we've already got custom supports, so we're also going to get rid of our support structure as well. Because we already got custom supports in place. Yeah, we're retracking right now. I did not say I was going to do the 24-hour live stream tomorrow. Don't listen to these lies. That was never said. You silly goose. Do I work at SDC? Yes, I do. Okay, so before we start deleting the old track, I want to make sure that this is going to be smooth. So, we're going to go ahead and test it out real quick. And make sure the track is smooth enough for us. Drop seems good. Ooh, it's a little dodgy. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, not quite the standard. That is for sure. The drop seemed okay. It was mostly like the... I don't know if we just need to spam it more or go through... Should probably go through like this a few times. That'd probably give us the best results. We're slowly going to delete the other. Of course, we do need to get the spinning cars on there as well. Jake should be a mod. Hey, we had a flyby where they were right next to each other. That was cool. Yay. How fast it's going. Jeez. We're gonna have to adjust a few things so it doesn't go through it so fast. High five the other train. Last roller coasters rank Thunderation above Wildfire. Ooh, they rank Thunderation above Wildfire. Oh yeah, that's much better. It's like no jitter at all there. Oh. That exit's a little drying. It could be because of how fast it's going, so let's go ahead and see if we can fix that. So the exit speed needs to be a lot slower. I remember that I had to adjust that so it doesn't dispatch as quickly. It just slowly crawls out of the station. I'm going to make sure we're doing that. Because it goes slowly out. It might go 4 miles an hour. That is a little slow right there, but it could be what we need. It's still slipping through there really fast. Might have to do the change the friction. Might have to actually put that down a little bit. Then again, I do need to get the right trains. I need to get the spinning trains on there because it's gonna act differently a little bit on those. So. Still going pretty fast through there. No, I don't have Pokemon Scarlet or Violet. Oh yeah, I think I did that backwards, didn't I? Yeah, I did that backwards. I'm stupid. I did the wrong way on the friction. I'm stupid. You'd think I would not make that mistake, but... Okay, I think that's a little bit better. It's still a very jarring turn. Let's go up to 1 point... Let's try 1.4. And, of course, I still need to get the right trains on there. I don't know why I keep testing this, because it just seems so fast. Okay, so let's go here, and let's do find interdimensional. There it is. Boop. I have to recolor the trains, though. I wish I had a way to make them start spinning out of the station like they do in real life. But I don't, unfortunately. So you don't go down the drop sideways or back or like while spinning, which kind of sucks. But I can only do so much. Ready for launch. Hold on. If someone does not have the mod, but downloads a coaster with the mod train swap, does it stay? Yeah, it stays on. Yeah, you don't need the mod to like install modded rides because basically it's just number changing. So like yeah, it works. So like if you don't have the mod and you downloaded this, you'll still have the spinning cars on there. What's your top speed on this recreation, and where is it? Because I made one time trial 4 play methods, so it's insanely accurate. Yeah, my top speed at the bottom is 2 at the bottom of the overbank. I actually think that is the top speed is right here, not at the bottom of the first drop. I think the top speed is at the base of the vertical loop, because I think this is actually the tallest point of the ride is the big wave turn. I actually think that is accurate, that the top speed is right here, actually, not in the first drop. I think you hit the 50.3 miles an hour right there. Because you're coming off a launch, so you have quite a bit of speed coming off of this. More speed than you would right here. So I actually think that's where the top speed is. Right before the 95-foot tall loop. But Wiki says that. Wiki. Trying to get a little bit of that heartline effect going here. Is the vertical loop in the recreation 95 feet tall? I don't think it is, like, from ground up. Oh, it's 96. Let's see, is that sea level or terrain? That's terrain relative, so that's from this terrain. It's a 96-foot tall loop. But I'm not changing it because I'm so happy of how this loop turned out. I can't get myself to change that. Hey, where'd the music go? Oh, we're at the end of the page. Is there no more? Is that all the bluegrass we get? I guess so. There's not a whole lot of bluegrass on here. There, that's a lot smoother right there. I added that little bit of heart lining curve right there. That's pretty, look at that. It actually hits that a little smoother now. You want to hear Rock Dog? Okay, for the other coaster, I want to see if I did actually have to put the friction up a lot. Okay, for the other one, I had 1.4. That's what I just set it to, so. But I had brakes at the beginning, so. it kind of kept, that might be, could be the difference there. Of why it's going still a little bit fast. Can I make this to where it doesn't stop as hard? Where am I at? Oh, it has me over here. I was like, what the heck's going on? Okay, that's all the holding section. Launch delay, stop dishing, top speed, target speed. We're going to go 40, around 46, 47, because that's what it is. The acceleration's pretty slow. Lock section mode. Yes. For now. I actually probably should make it to wait until it hits the second launch, but I'm not sure yet. Because this is technically a block section, so. But if it doesn't dispatch the way I need it to, then we'll change it later, of course. So I need to slow this down because it runs into this a little bit too hard. And it stops it a little bit too fast. I'm going to try and work on the illusion of heart lining here. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm trying to give it that little bit better heart line shape. That's what we're going to try and do here. Kind of the trick I use sometimes to get heart lining when I don't already have heart lining in there. I try to fix it in there a little bit. You don't want to go over with the smooth tool too many times or it removes it. Don't kick me off. Yeah, that kind of made it worse. I think it's better the way it was. Okay, so at the beginning here, we're going to try something. Magnetic brakes there. The acceleration, we're just going to keep it nice and slow. We're going to see if that does anything. It might help it a little bit. Maybe. Might slow it down just a little bit. So it goes a little bit slower. best extreme spinner on. Change my mind. Not even competition. Like, legit. Not even. There's not even competition there. Try 1.5 real quick. I still feel like it's a little bit too fast. Which is weird because, like, maybe it's just the track type too. Like, that could always be a thing. Well, this catwalk is of the old track, which you couldn't change, and on Copperhead Strikes, you can put the catwalk on either side. You couldn't change that on the other one. Are you sure? Are you sure the catwalk's on? Yeah, it is on that side. I remember, because I remember doing evacs off the launch, but I must have been remembering because it's on the other side of the second launch. It's on the other side. They're like opposite from each other. But thankfully, that's another reason why I wanted to retrace, is because I can put the catwalk on either on the sides that I need to. Old one I couldn't. So. Don't listen to Silas. I never listen to Silas, so you don't have to worry about that. Oh, gosh. I thought we were done talking about the in and out stuff. Thought we put that behind us by now. Time traveler. Let's see, what's the best colors we can give here? This one, that one. So we probably can give this more of a gold, more orange here. A little bit more yellow. Probably around there. The second color can be like a darker, kind of closer to maybe a brass color. Still feel like it should be a little more orange. This is hard. Okay, and then this is like the seat cushions and stuff, which are closer to kind of a brown, darker brown. And then this one is the chassis underneath, which is basically, it doesn't really matter too much. So take care of the track color later. It's kind of hard because, well, these don't really match the extreme spinning coaster model. They're different. These are like Sierra Sidewinder trains, which are a lot different. Why is this working? What's going on? Why is my stream? Why is there an error? There's a random, like, it's randomly having issues streaming now out of nowhere. Not receiving enough video. What are you talking about? Why is there streams? Why is the stream status poor? That don't make no sense. Why is the stream health so bad? Are you guys experiencing buffering right now? Or is everything? I don't know. Why is it red? It doesn't make sense. I'm so confused. Is anything actually happening? It says like it's not receiving enough. It says it's not receiving enough video. And OBS is red for some reason. I don't know why. What is happening? It still shows it's off. It still shows that it's awful. I have it pulled up, like an extra window pulled up to see if it's working, and it looks like it's working fine, but like YouTube says there's an error. I'm just gonna keep going. I don't know why it's saying it's bad, but CJ Trains. Guess is as good as mine. It seems okay, but it doesn't say it's okay. It says there's still an error. It says it's not receiving enough video. And, oh, now it's back to green. It should be good now. That error should go away now. It's back to green. So hopefully we're good now. Are we good? Still says poor. I don't understand why it still says that, but it still says that for some reason. If Time Traveler had orange track, here you go. This is what it would look like. Try 1.8. I feel like the friction on this is so much faster. Like there's less friction on it. So we're gonna try and go even higher. That's a little better. Ready for launch. Hold on. Alright, let's try seat view with the spinning. We're spinning so much. I do not have the launch audio. I do need to get that, though. Ready for launch. Hold on. Alright, let's do front bumper. Just to see how we're faring here. Yeah, I wish they would have done that too. The show scene. Yes, I'm still making videos for the Wind Valley series. It's just slowed down right now, and haven't made as many as often. So, where are we going? There's so many launch fins. You can go on a Time Traveler that inverts, because it is one of the most. It is a very tame ride. It is very tame in real life. I mean, Planet Coaster's not gonna do that justice, because these trains are way different and they kind of spin out of control weirdly. The real version does not spin that much. It's more like a rotation. And it does not make you sick at all. It's very tame. Even people that can't do spinning rides can do Time Traveler. Like, it's not gonna spin you like a teacup. It's so graceful. Okay, so that worked. Let's go in here. Need this color. I'm gonna save that color so we can repaint these. Almost looks like we haven't done anything. Okay, so the final step here, I'm going to fuse some track pieces together. And we're going to autocomplete some stuff here. We're going to do some autocompleting to make our track pieces longer, because I don't want the joints so short. Does that make sense? This will give us a little bit, make it a little bit smoother. There's less pieces going together. Makes the pieces less piece segments. Which allows a little bit less jitteriness. It removes a lot of the jitter that you sometimes see in Planet Coaster POVs. Because we're probably not, I'm not going to do all of this tonight, so I'm probably just going to stick with this section for now. There we go. Not too bad there. Oh, it's doing the error thing again. Great. Thanks. It just hates me tonight. Joe, help us. With what? I was at work. I didn't really work, but I was at work, yes. It was too cold to run all day. Is there even a stream playing? Like, is it, or is it just buffering? I don't understand. I don't know if it's happening. Can you guys even hear me right now? Like, I don't know why I'm having all these errors. Is the stream even running? No data at all. No data. What are you talking about? Bro, what is happening? Why is it saying there's an error? I don't get it. This is so dumb. Literally about to head out too, so at least for now. Like OBS has the little red box, which means like it's not receiving very well, and then YouTube's just like error. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. But why? There's more than 2 of you in here, right? It says there's only 2 viewers. I'm pretty sure there's more than 2 of you in here. YouTube's just drunk. Pretty sure YouTube's just drunk right now. I literally see at least 3 of you. Or 4 of you in the chat right now. But it says there's only 2. Which is dumb. I don't think YouTube has an opinion on the trims. Just saying. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and head off for now, guys. Hopefully this won't be an issue later on. It could just be a thing going on right now, so I'm just gonna head out for now while it's throwing a temper tantrum. So I did everything I wanted to do, so no big deal. And we're gonna head off for now, and since it keeps buffering a lot and everything, so yeah, we still have a lot to do on Thunderation supports. We got the kind of just like the generic stuff done. Now we got to do all the extra stuff with it, so. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you can even hear me past the buffering and stuff, since it's probably buffering a lot. I will catch you guys in the next live stream or video, whichever it may be, guys. And I'm going to catch you guys next time. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you later. Have a great day and even cool tomorrow, guys. Thanks, and goodbye.